Welcome to Ozarks International Raceway. By now you know that the garages have a right-hand traffic pattern, so you go around them in a clockwise fashion, so your garage will always be on your right. To get to this area, you go to the north side of the garages and turn right, and you'll follow this down to the grid area. It's kind of a long drive to the grid. You go by an area where sometimes they have some food. I think classroom is usually in this building up here. And at that point, you'll finally get to the grid area. When you come off the grid onto the track, you're going to be entering right at the middle of turn one, which is the end of the straight. So if you're in the middle of a session, the cars are going to be coming very fast. So it's important that you stay to the right. There's a nice blend line there, but just stay completely to the right. You can see Todd up ahead of us there in his yellow car. He's going to act as a prop for us. So you can see the blend line to the left. I'm going to stay all the way to the right. I'm right in the middle of turn one right now. Stay right all the way to turn two and just hug it all the way around, which is how you're going to take turn two anyway. So uphill, turn two to the right. Turn three will be coming up on your left, but you stay nice and parallel to the right side. You see the cone there, that's turn three. And turn four is a carousel, so you just stay right to the right, drift out to the grass, much like ours. Be a little patient, wait for it, and turn in. I turned a little too soon. Parallel the right side, turn back left, and now we're in our first hill. That was turn five coming up, or that was five, this is six coming up. So this is a series of S's, and you'll notice we take these about a foot to a foot and a half on the curb on each one. And that's about it. The last one, you go out a little bit toward the grass, turn right and look, and you can see what they call the roller coaster. There's a corner station at the top of this second hill right here. You're going to go right next to that cone, hold your wheel straight. This is your brake zone, or at least lift zone, and then a hard right sweeper right up the hill, track all the way out, run parallel to the left side, getting set up for the next turn. There's a road on the left that just went by. That's your signal that it's about time to turn. Make a nice sweeping turn. Now you're heading for the curbing on the left at the top of the hill ahead of you. It is very important to keep your eyes up on this track all the time. We're going to go right. It's kind of a double apex. There's the first one. Just kind of hold the wheel. There's the second one. Now we're going to come down, run parallel to the curbing on the right for a hard left turn. That will be a braking zone and a downshift zone back there. Track out. We're going to go just slightly right. There'll be some curbing. And as you come out of this, don't go all the way to the edge track, just kind of come middle, and you'll see your right lined up perfectly for the next turn. Here you go a little deep. You want a late apex, a little later than Todd did, so that you can stay all the way right. And then stay right along the edge here, and it'll line you directly across that pink pad there is where you want to be. Right hand turn, track out. And then just kind of drift to the outside, to the right side. There'll be another curbing right there, and then initiate your turn to the left. Another sweeping turn downhill to the left. At the bottom, you're going to turn right and up the hill, and you can see a silhouette of the corner station hanging out over the track there. So that's going to be to your left, and then you'll see this cone. This turn, you want to stay pretty tight all the way around. Here's big brake, because you're going to get pretty slow. We're going to come onto the front, what they call the straight. It's a big curve, but they call it the front straight. And as you come by here, you're going to see the first apex, and you're going to aim for that. Now hold your wheel. Don't turn it. Don't move your hands. You'll come right next to the next one. Your car will be set up perfect. Hold it till you get this third one there. Now you straighten out, and now you're coming into turn one. We'll go to slow motion here. So you're going to brake, turn, and you want to be close to the apex here. You want to be near that curbing because you don't want to get outside. It's off camber out there. And you want to go to the middle of the track. Todd's over a little bit to the left. You really want to be middle where my car is. Then you're going to turn to the right, uphill, just get that curbing a little bit and drift the car out a little bit, but come right back to the right. You want to get nice and parallel to this curbing on your right. This will be a brake zone, downshift zone, and then we're going to turn into turn three. Just catch that curbing of three on the left and go straight for the cone or the inside of turn four here, much like our carousel at Gateway. Then drift out to the grass, looking right. It's shorter carousel than the Gateway one. So you're waiting. And what you want to do is late apex this because it's important to set up for the turn right after it, turn 5. So you want to be right parallel to this curbing. Again, half a second beat, now turn back left, and now your car will be aimed in the right position. It won't be aimed off track, it'll be aimed straight down the track. That's where you want to be. You want to stay about middle of the track, maybe your left tire's on that second seam right there, right where Todd is. Now he got out a little bit, and then you're going to brake and just come by this cone. And you want to be aimed this way. If you go too far out to the left earlier, your car's going to be aimed too much to the right. So now you're making pretty much a straight shot through here. As I said earlier, you get about a foot, foot and a half of each of those curbs, but not too aggressive. This last one, you'll go out to the grass. You're looking to the right. You can see the corner station sitting right there with the thing hanging over the track. Get to the grass, turn right, and come right next to this cone. At this point, your car is headed straight down the track. You're aiming for that corner station at the top of the second hill. And just keep the car straight. You'll slowly move to the left side of the track. You'll just touch the curbing on the left, but so far the car is still going dead straight. Here, you have to have your hands in concrete. Don't lift, don't brake, and don't turn your hands until the car comes back down. You'll get very light going over that hill. You'll have plenty of time for it to come down, settle. Now you brake, make your turn to the right, add power, and drift right on out to the edge of the track. There's a lot of track there. You can't see it, a lot of blind stuff, but it's there, and you can just go, go, go. Right after this corner station there is going to be that road. That'll be your indicator. Here it comes. Right there, that's your indicator. That's probably time to lift a little, maybe brake a little, and start to initiate your turn in tight toward that wall, right by the corner station. There's your cone right there. Come by the end of the wall there, and then aim right for the top of the left side of the top of the hill. There's curbing there, right where Todd's going. You don't need to get all the way out to the edge of the track right away. Just make sure that you end up at the top just like he did, right by that curbing. Right at the end, you're going to turn a little bit, and this is a double apex turn. There's the first one. You'll drift out a little bit, but you want to hold her in. There's the second one, and then you're going to come down. Nice and straight and parallel to this curbing on the right. Hard braking because it's a hard left turn. Downshift, just past that curbing, turn. Carry your speed around. You can start getting on the power right now and track right on out. Power, power, power. You're going uphill. It's giving you good grip on your right side. Use that track out. And you'll see that little bit of a bend to the right. And you'll come in by that curbing. Again, corner worker station right there. And just let the car come out a little bit. And as you come over the hill, you'll see you're lined up perfectly on the left-hand side, running nice and parallel to that curbing. Come in a little bit, but not a full turn yet. Wait, 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 and then turn. As soon as you can see at the top of the hill, the cone or the curbing, make that turn. Hold it in tight. Don't go out where Todd is. Stay in tight. Nice and parallel right here to the edge of the track, because it's going to aim you directly for this pink pad, and you want all 4 tires in there, and that's where you brake. You want all 4 of them on there because it has the same grip. If you have 2 on the racetrack and 2 on that, you'll have differential grip, and you won't brake in a straight line. You won't like that, and it is a hard braking zone. So you make that turn, you track out. Now up ahead of you, you're going to have a sweeper, big sweeper to the left, and then finally it'll go downhill. So you kind of track out to this curbing here. There's plenty of time in here. Now you just pull the car back into the left at that. You can see another corner worker there. And just come right down this side. You're going to brake a little here, turn right, and you're looking up that hill. And you're looking for that corner station that hangs out toward the track. Right there you can see it, that little black blob. So you don't aim right at it, you aim to the right of that, because you'll see a cone in a minute and you'll be aimed right at it. See, there it is, it just magically appears. That curbing's right there. Just stay nice and straight right to the entrance of this turn. It's a hard brake, it's a downshift typically, and then just hug this turn. If you're going to pit in, this is where you'd have your arm up, because the pit in, it comes right after this. But you go kind of deep here, losing some speed. You make your turn to get as straight as you can, and then power right up. And now you're back to the main straight, which is a curving straight. Get your wheel turned, so you come by that first one, hold your hands. Don't move the steering wheel, you'll get to the second one. Keep holding them, you'll get to this third point. Now you open up, get set up for the first turn. Little brake, in tight, and then drift to the center of the track. Now we'll do a few laps so you can just watch. I won't be commenting at all. One thing I want to tell you though is turn 1 is off camber and pretty fast. If you feel you're too fast or you're not going to make it, don't try to turn in, just straighten your wheel and brake, and then you'll have plenty of time to get stopped and get started again. Here we go.